I'm Shauna Rappaport, Director of Engagement for Verge. We are here at Verge Hawaii, and I'm delighted to be joined by Kyle Datta, who is the General Partner of the Ulupono Initiative. Welcome, Kyle.
Shauna, very good to be here.
Thanks so much for joining us. So the Ulupono Initiative is focused primarily on impact investing here in Hawaii, and specifically on taking a systems view and systems approach to that. Talk a little bit about what that means to you at Ulupono.
So we focus on Hawaii in the energy sector, the food sector, and the waste sector. In each of these sectors, we look at how does the system work and where are the key leverage points that can transform through investment those sectors. And really, we're putting in fundamental infrastructure that will change the way that we live, how we get the energy we use, the food we eat, how we manage our waste.
And so how about in the context of the state's, ambitious 100% renewable energy mandate? What are some of the investment opportunities that you all are seeing and are most excited about?
So there's several, and it's an exciting time to be in the state. First, there is fundamental energy efficiency. You should always start there. And the leading project that we're proud to be investors in is Hawaii Seawater Air Conditioning, which will really transform the business district downtown into district cooling and take out all those air conditioners. And when that works, it can be repeated in Waikiki. And that is a profound shift in terms of how we cool our buildings and how we stay comfortable. The second area is going to be ultimately in transportation. What we're going to see in Hawaii is the electrification of transportation, and that means the entire electrical vehicle infrastructure has to be put into place. We're not going to manufacture cars, but we will be putting in the charging stations, and we have a couple of investments in new business models to do that. I think the third big area for us is ultimately going to be storage, and how storage and the distributed energy future and all those wonderful business models really play into accelerating the penetration of renewables and how those play together and empowering the customer. I think Hawaii is going to be ground zero for some of the most innovative projects in the country.
Well, let's talk a little bit about innovation and the innovation landscape, because one of the things that I've heard from a few different perspectives is that, particularly from entrepreneurs, is that the market here has not been easy to penetrate. What do you think is really needed to overcome that, and what is Ulupono doing to help support that?
So what we have is we have an excellent place to demonstrate first commercial. What we don't have is clearly the markets to scale that. We're still a small state. So what we try to do as Ulupono is how do we bring in companies that will demonstrate these first commercial technologies, because this is the right place to do that, but link ourselves with venture capitalists and other capital markets so when they scale, they can scale to the much larger markets in California and New York, and otherwise grow, because of course they want to go to IPO.
So let's imagine it's 2020. We're sitting here again at Verge Hawaii 2020. What does success look like from your perspective?
So by 2020, if we had alignment between the utility and the customers and the policymakers, we'd probably see the following things. We would clearly see the neighbor islands, Hawaii County and Maui County, and Kauai, really moving very, very close to 70, 80, or maybe even 90% renewables. I think in Oahu, we would have thought through which infrastructure we want and start to move towards that. I think we see a tremendous electrification of the vehicle fleet. You see a lot of electric cars and electric buses, and we see that shift in the, if you will, the decarbonization of transportation.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, thank you so much for your leadership at Ulupono Initiative and here in the state of Hawaii, and for all that you're doing to survey that landscape and also enable it. Kyle Datta of the Ulupono Initiative, thank you so much.